All right, how you doing? It is the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. Welcome to another episode of the Mike Prince Show right here on the Open Mic Broadcast Network. Of course, our Twitter and Instagram handle is the Mike Prince Show. The website is obnradio.com. And without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. Coach Dooley and the Panthers still relishing just a little bit off of this past weekend's victory over the Grambling State Tigers as the Panthers were victorious 22-16. A lot of people have put up a lot of emphasis on the high-powered offense of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers and not too much recognizing just how capable the defensive side was. But after the game plan that Coach Henry was able to put together kind of turned people's heads to start thinking and wondering, hey, this Panthers team might be a more complete team than what we were giving credit to. So now we're going to get a soundbite from Coach Dooley as he was reflecting on the importance of this victory for the program, the importance of the victory as far as the psyche of the student athlete, and just how well that defense showed up against the Grambling State Tigers and Coach Broderick Fobbs.
Well, it wasn't just able to beat them. We just wanted to go out and execute, and we know that we're going to have to be good in all areas because we was facing a dominant football team that have had a lot of success. So we knew the things that we had to do for us offensively, defensively, as well as special teams. With a team like that, you cannot afford to make any mistakes, I'll be honest with you, because they're a great football team and well coached. I mean, a lot of respect to Coach Fobbs because I know what type of individual he is and I know how he prepares. So I knew it was going to be a hard-fought contest, but it meant a lot to the program itself because that was something that hadn't gotten a chance to accomplish. But, I mean, hat goes off to the football players and the coaches that put the time in and just continue to work to try to get better to move the program in the direction that we want to move in. Couldn't have gone any better because I know what type of offense that they did, explosive offense. I know they haven't been, scoring a lot of points up lately, but I know it's just a matter of time that they were going to, to go. So we know we have to have a good defensive performance in order to give ourselves a chance to be competitive in that game.
And, of course, that was the Ghost Eric Dooley talking about the significance of the Panthers getting over that Grambling hump, if you would. Now, Grambling had not lost a conference game since 2015. They had won 26 consecutive conference games. That right there is amazing alone. In my thinking off the top of my head, I can only think of two other programs that has been able to achieve this sort of level. That was Jackson State and Southern University. So you're talking about degrees of separation as far as an elite program. That's how significant this win was for the Panthers. Now, you heard Coach Dooley talk about the special teams play. And we knew that coming into this game, that was a huge concern. And if anyone would go back and look at the tails of the matchups, you would have given that edge going into this game to the Grambling State Tigers. But for whatever reason, Grambling was uncharacteristic on special team units, missing 3 field goals. Prairie View had a couple of blocked PATs, so we're still working on some things. But it boiled down to the outstanding play on defense and then the struggles on special teams that ended up with a victory for the Panthers. So now, with all of that being focused on, you got this bye week coming up. You got a lot of other things that you can be working out to get the team ready for the next level, if you would. Also brought up to coach, how does he plan to take advantage of this bye week and some of the things that the Panthers will work to improve on?
Well, I wish I had the answer, but I can't tell you this here. I know we've been struggling of lately with our special teams, and I thought they gotten a lot better from the previous games that we had played. We had a couple of young kids that had to grow up, and they understood the magnitude of this game, and I thought they played much better in this game, not to what we were looking for, but I thought they did a much better job in this past game. But, sometimes those games are going to go that way. That's why you got to be strong in all assets of the game. Because things, you just never know how the ball is going to bounce, so you just got to be prepared in all three phases. And unfortunate, because I know what type of player Roscoe is. He's an exceptional player, no question in mind. Just was one of those games, and you just never know how it's going to go. Fortunate enough, we had it to bounce our way and was able to be victorious. Well, I think this is a great opening date for us because we did have a stretch. We played a 0 game, and then we've been going for the last 6 weeks. So I know it's been challenging for us, but I thought our players stepped up and they accepted the challenge. They was well conditioned, doing some of the little things that preserves us throughout those 6 games. So now to get a rest right here, I think is well needed, and we just got to take advantage of it. But we can't stop here. We got to continue to get better each day. So I think you give the guys opportunities to make sure that they catch up and stay ahead in the academic as well as athletic.
Not only was this break needed, but it was well deserved. Now, I know it had nothing to do with Coach Dooley. He inherited the schedule. But please, for future references, let's not stack the deck up against our guys like that ever again. That is extremely over the top. So the Panthers will go into this bye week, iron out some more wrinkles on that special teams to get focused for another huge Western opponent, that and the likes of the Southern Jags. Now, the Southern Jags, they're having misery in the home camp right about now. They're screaming for Coach Odom's head down in Baton Rouge. I think Odoms is one of the better coaches in this conference, but that's not my call to make, nor is it our problem. We want to make sure that the purple and gold is focused and ready to go to work. And Southern can work on their issues after October 13th. How does that work? So the Panthers, moving into this bye week, will continue to give the updates and the reports on the Panthers. We'll see how they'll address their special teams play during this extra time off. And usually this is the time when you start working on incorporating and adding a few more plays on the offensive side. And we'll monitor and check out all that, make sure that everything is everything. I want to thank you all so much for your support and continued underwriting of the Mike Prince Show and the Open Mic Broadcast Network. If you have not become a listening partner, you still have that golden opportunity. You simply go to the website at obnradio.com, click on the PayPal button, and for 17 cents a day, you can become a listening partner. We ask that you would do that. That would help us continue to give you our daily coverage, to help you with the interviews that you don't find anywhere. And I'll put that challenge up with anybody at any time. And just loving on our HBCUs, of course, in particular that of the Prairie View A&M University Panthers. And we also put a strong emphasis on our local and regional student athletic coverage for our high school teams. Don't forget our message line is available to you 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 713-570-6736. I'm out of time for right now, and I must exit stage left. I am the radio guy, the doctor, Mike Prince, and until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we will see you on the other side.